Hello everyone. So in this video of chapter solution, I'll be talking about colligative properties of electrolytes. Colligative properties of electrolytes. Solution of non-electrolytes in water exhibit colligative properties and they remain undissociated after going into the solution. And electrolytes are the one after dissolving in water they can dissociate to give ions, and this is why the observation used to be changed in terms of colligative properties. So the study of colligative properties of electrolyte would require different approach than we used for the colligative properties of non-electrolytes. There are some observations for the colligative behavior of electrolyte. The number one is solution of electrolytes also exhibit colligative properties which do not obey the relation of non-electrolytes. Colligative properties of solutions of electrolytes are greater than those to be expected for solution of non-electrolytes of the same concentration. The molar masses of electrolytes in aqueous solution determined by colligative properties are found considerably low than the formula masses. Now the question is why colligative properties of electrolyte solutions are greater than those of non-electrolyte solution are of same concentration. Now for this we need to recall that electrolyte dissociate into two or more ions when they are dissolved in water, but non-electrolyte does not. One formula unit mass of electrolyte dissolved in water and it will produce two or more ions. And what will happen then? The number of particles will increase in the solution. And the colligative properties of electrolyte solution will be higher than those of non-electrolyte. For example, if sodium chloride is dissolved in water, it will go into solution to produce two ions, that is sodium ion and chloride ion. Whereas if sucrose is dissolving in water, it will not dissociate, it will remain sucrose only. So, it is expected that the colligative property of 0.1 molal NaCl is twice than that of 0.1 molal sucrose solution. Now, Van 't Hoff factor, which is represented by I, how it is related with the colligative properties of electrolytes. To obtain colligative properties of electrolyte solution by using relationships of non-electrolytes, Van 't Hoff suggested one factor which is I. It is defined as the ratio of colligative property of solution of electrolyte divided by the colligative property of non-electrolyte of the same concentration. That means I is equal to colligative property of electrolyte solution upon colligative property of non-electrolyte solution of the same concentration. We can say here delta TF is the colligative property of electrolyte upon delta TF multiplied by naught, or delta TF naught is the colligative property of non-electrolyte, is equal to delta TB upon delta TB naught is equal to delta P upon delta P naught is equal to osmotic pressure upon osmotic pressure naught is equal to I. Van 't Hoff factor is also defined as an alternative but exactly equivalent manner as I equal to actual moles of particles in the solution after dissociation upon moles of formula unit dissolved in the solution, or is also equal to formula mass of the substance upon observed molar mass of the substance, or you can say that molar mass, which is theoretical, upon observed molar mass. Thus we can say I is equal to 1 for non-electrolyte, but for electrolyte it is depending upon how many ions will be produced by the electrolyte after going into the solution. For example, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride will produce 2 ions into the solution, so value of N would be 2. Sodium sulfate will produce 3. So value would be 3. So the colligative properties of such electrolytes therefore twice, thrice respectively as those of non-electrolytes of same concentration. In reality, especially at the higher concentration, the colligative property of strong electrolytes and their I values are usually smaller than expected. The reason is the electrostatic force between the oppositely charged ions bring about the formation of ion pairs also, and each ion pairs consist of one or more cations and one or more anions held together by the electrostatic forces. This results in the decrease of the number of particles in the solution than expected, and this is why I value decreases. Now, what all are the modification of expression of colligative properties? We have simply taken the colligative properties of non-electrolytes and added I with all of them, like lowering of pressure is equal to I P1 not X2, delta TB equals to I KB multiplied by M, delta TF is equal to I KF M, pi equals to I MRT. Vent-off factor and degree of dissociation. Colligative property of electrolytes are based on the fact that the electrolytes are completely dissociated in aqueous solution. This is approximately true for all the solutions which are strong and not for the weak electrolytes at all, because they used to dissociate to the small extent. The weak electrolytes involve the concept of degree of dissociation, which is represented by alpha. That changes the Vent-off factor. Now, the relationship between the Vent-off factor and degree of dissociation. Now, consider one electrolyte which is AX and BY, and it is dissociating in aqueous solution producing X number of AY ion and Y number of B ion. Now, initially we have taken 1 mole of AXBY compound and initially we have 0A and 0B ions. At equilibrium, alpha mole will be produced of A and alpha will be produced of B with their stoichiometric constant, and at equilibrium we got the concentration of AXBY 1 minus alpha. If the alpha is the degree of dissociation of electrolyte, then the moles of cations will be alpha X and anions will be alpha Y at equilibrium, and 1 minus alpha will be the moles of AXBY which are remain undissociated at equilibrium. If I calculate at equilibrium the total number of moles, so this plus this plus this is how I added all of them, and I got 1 plus alpha multiplied by n minus 1 are the total moles after dissociation, where I am telling you n is equal to x plus y, which is moles of ions obtained from dissociation of 1 mole of electrolyte. So I is equal to actual mass of particle in solution after dissociation upon moles of formula unit dissolved in the solution. So I is equal to 1 plus alpha n minus 1, which is obtained from here, divided by 1, because 1 mole we have taken initially. So I is equal to 1 plus alpha n minus 1, or degree of dissociation is equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. This is how we used to calculate degree of dissociation or Vent-off factor with the help of this formula. Thank you.